Hey everybody, WhySoWookie here. In this video we're going to go over Pubg patch notes for update 20.2. All the different changes and additions coming to the game in this update. So the first thing is when can we expect to play this. So on PC, for most regions it's going to be launching on November the 9th, and for us on console, November the 17th, a week later. For the test server on PC, it's going to be Arangal, Miramar, Tego and Destin available, and that's available right away. The first major change, other than the fact that Destin's back in the rotation, which is worth noting, so the matches are going to be Arangal, Miramar, Tego, Karakin and Destin. So the only small map there is Karakin. I'm actually fairly relieved that Salak's been taken out again. I've had some good games on it in the last update, but it's not been the best. But yeah, back into the update. So the first major update is the vehicle spawn changes. So on Arangal, the UAZ and the Dacia have increased the spawns approximately 20 and 26%. The Aquail, Buggy and Boat have all reduced the spawns. Now, for me, I understand reducing the Buggy spawns so you can get better vehicles, but the Aquail and the Boats, sometimes when you need a boat, you can never find one as it is. And reducing the spawns of those is going to make boat play even less of an occurrence, to be fair. So that's a bit of a weird decision. I'm not sure how that'll play out, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see. On Miramar, both the pickup and the Mirado have increased the spawns, but it's had actually no reductions whatsoever, so theoretically there must be more vehicle spawn points going on. The Mirado, I've not had a Mirado in ages. I suppose it's because they increased the spawn of the Pubg with the McLaren pass and stuff like that. But they haven't actually said they've reduced the spawn of the Coupe, so maybe just more spawn points. But more access to vehicles is going to be good, especially on the bigger maps. They've made changes to how you equip your vehicle skins. So they've removed the special effect when equipping basic vehicle skins, so that's your normal ones. But when you still have the effect when it's a special vehicle skin, like the McLaren one. So it's better than it was, but I still don't know why on basic skins you can't just get in the vehicle and it equips it just like it used to, but hey ho. Now on to the first major gameplay change, which is going to be the folded shield. So the folded shield is becoming far more useful in this update. To make that more useful and to hopefully see more playtime, the weight has gone from 40 to 30, so you're more likely to be willing to carry one in your backpack. It will explode now if it's hit by a vehicle over 10 kilometers an hour. Grenade damage over 200, weapon damage 1800. So they've made it a bit tougher there. The installation time is actually faster. It's now 1.5 seconds. And it is now a reusable item. So if you stack it in a building that you're hunkering down in and then you end up moving out, you can pick it back up, put it in your backpack and take it with you. You're now able to cancel the installation, which previously if you did that, that would destroy the item, where it won't do now. It'll just immediately return to your inventory. And there's durability AI, which is now available in your inventory. So it'll tell you its health in the inventory, I imagine, just like a jammer pack, it tells you how much is left. The next change over on Tego is the amount of crates that will drop from the drops. The minimum has stayed the same at 5, so that's like 1 with the red smoke and then 4 others, I think. But previously, the maximum was 15 boxes, including the red one, which was mental. They've curbed that a bit and they've made it 10. Now, I still think 10 is a lot anyway, but yeah, 15 was crazy. I think I've only ever been to like 1 or 2 where there's actually been that many. Most of the time it's like 8, 9, that kind of thing. But yeah, max 10, min 5. Stops it being like ridiculous, because I think once or twice we've been playing squads and the whole lot of us have got freed up just going to a set of them. So hopefully it makes it a bit better in that regard. The food truck has had its health reduced from 3,000 to 2,500, which if we remember, it was actually stronger than the BDRM when it first came out, which was ridiculous obviously, so they've nerfed that a little bit. The Origin 12, which is a Destin exclusive weapon, can now equip the canted sight, which they probably just forgot to do that when it came out, to be fair. The footstep sound as soon as you stop running and sprinting has been slightly decreased, so it's not as loud. And then they've also made changes to how the normal matchmaking works. So improved matchmaking system for normal matches to have it work better based on players' MMR. Matchmakings that are used to be based on your pre-made party's average MMR, will now be based on your party's highest MMR. Each player's match placement will now be based on individual placement, not the team's. Other factors of the matchmaking system have also been polished as well. So if you're playing in a squad and one of your team members has got a really high MMR, you'll be matched with players similar to those. Now, that may well be a bad thing in casual matches, well, normal matches, because if you've talked to a buddy who's never played the game before into playing with you, and you've been playing the game for 3, 4, 5 years, and are quite skilled, they're not going to really get a fair chance in the game. But also on the other foot, if you were in their lobbies, nobody else in their lobbies having a fair game either. But we'll have to see how it works out. These algorithms are obviously incredibly complex and they break it down simply for us here. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Next is the new collaboration, which is with Neymar Jr. So it's changed the football. There's billboards around the map featuring Neymar. They've changed the colour of the crates for this update as well. And you've got to imagine that there's going to be some skins in the store as well to spend your monies on. But again, we'll have to wait and see on that one. They've done some improvements to the training UI to make it easier for people doing that very first game, which is pretty good, but I imagine most people watching this video have already done that. They've improved some of the lobby design, the UI and the UX, just to clean it up. Like, for example, in this ranked image, it says how many days left in the rank, just like it would on a pass, and it tells you how often the leaderboard's updated, opposed to it just being blank, so it just gives you a bit more info on there, which is nice. The Survivor Pass Galaxy Squad skins, as well as the Spring Collection, as well as Emotes 85, 86, 87 and Make It Rain, are now available in the Hunter's Chest and the Archivist Chests. So if you never managed to finish your Galaxy Squad Pass, you've got a chance of getting those higher end things now, which is pretty cool. And they've also added 2 new special sets into the special crafting, which takes them Archivist tokens. This one on the right here with the red visor is super cool. I'm proper digging that, and the matching gloves. I think I'm on about 76 of those Archivist coins at the minute, so I'm not too far off being able to get one of these skins. It doesn't say that they've removed the other 2, so there should be 4 of those in there now to collect. But yeah, that one there with like the mohawk, gas mask, whatever's going on, and the glowing eyes, really cool. Can't wait to see that in game. They've made a few performance updates. They do say it might make moving vehicles look a bit twitchy in the distance, but they'll keep their eye on it. The update is not available to Stadia, and for those who don't know, the Stadia servers are closing down, so I think Stadia has already been removed from the matchmaking pool of console, and they're only playing with themselves. And then obviously once the Stadia servers are completely closed, which I think is like end of January or something like that, then PUBG will not be available on Stadia, and neither will any other game, unfortunately, because Google are dropping it as a service. But yeah, it's a shame, but obviously it wasn't taken off very well. And finally, there's a load of bug fixes, loads of PC ones, console ones, UI issues, plenty of those. I'll not go through all those. I'll leave a link to this article in the description below. And then you can check out if there's been any bugs plaguing. You'll be able to see if it's been fixed. But just a couple of closing thoughts here. Although this update has got some nice things like more vehicle spawns, little collaboration, and the folding shield making that more useful, is definitely going to get it more playtime. It's a little bit of a disappointing update, to be honest. Update 20.1 was also a fairly slim update. 20.2, I was hoping for maybe the Vikendi remaster. It seems like a weird time to do the Neymar collaboration as well, when they did that stream thing like weeks ago, almost a month ago. You'd think they'd do it then, but whatever, it probably wasn't ready. And I'm just wondering if they've used it as filler content because they want the Vikendi update to be December. I'm hoping that's the case, because that would mean that the Vikendi update is the next update. Also worth noting is we were expecting a new Survivor Pass this update, and it hasn't happened, which probably leads to it being more the next update for the Vikendi remaster, hopefully, because you would assume that they will release a new Survivor Pass alongside that update. But yeah, just some closing thoughts there. The content that's here is decent. I'm glad that Destin's back in the game with it being a new map, and I'm glad that Sanok's been hoofed out again. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below about what you think of this update. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider liking and subscribe to see more. Wookie out.